So we have several speeches and dances tonight, and I'll be announcing every one of them. So our first speech is going to be by Manvi and her childhood/neighborhood friends. Let's please welcome Portia, Viba, Sahi, and Rasika to the stage, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Viva.
I'm Rasika. I'm Sahi. And I'm Portia.
When I first moved to Heartland when I was 4 years old, I never thought that Monday and I'd be friends. You would think that with me being new to the street and not knowing any of the people there, that she would try to be just a little nice, but that's not what happened, because that's just not who Monday is. In fact, I still remember the first thing you ever said to me. I came over to your house to introduce myself, and you said, "Are you a monster?" Obviously I said no, but I was so confused. Then I chased you into our neighbor's house and found you hiding in their closet. Later when I asked her why she called me a monster, she said that was because I was so tall. Well, I guess nothing's changed since then, right Manvi? Now, I know this doesn't sound like a perfect first beginning, but I'm glad our friendship started out this way. Because that first chase truly does sum up our friendship. But thinking back to it all, I loved our Barbie movie sleepovers, searching for fairies in our backyards, watching Hassan Minaj Homecoming King together, and most recently, spending hours deciphering texts. I never told you this before, but when I first moved to Heartland, you were the first person I met, and you're the one who made this place feel like home. So thank you, Manvi. I love you, and know that you'll always be my real Jody.
Manvi, I've known you my entire life, and you've always been there by my side. I still remember our first fight about Mousetrap when you wanted to take it home and I yelled at you. We yelled at each other so much that our parents tried stopping us. But those little fights were normal, right? Because you were like the sister I've never had. We grew up having sleepovers every week, making bracelets and chokers for hours. Every day, we'd walk into school thinking we're the coolest kids wearing those and showed them off to everyone. One by one, it was airbrush tattoos, friendship bracelets, and rubber band bracelets. We sat in front of the laptop for hours watching videos on how to make them. But Manvi, we've come a far way, and it's been 16 years since I met you, and you're still my best friend, and I'm literally at your house every single day, and we just sit on the bed and do nothing. Yet, it's the best part of my day, because knowing that you're next to me makes my day better. But there's those days when we want to stop being lazy and try something new, like cooking. But let's just say that doesn't end up well. Remember when we wanted to make banana bread and exploded the butter in your microwave? Or just the other day, we wanted to make grilled cheese and we thought we started a fire? Well, Manvi, that's us. There's days when we're lazy and other we're crazy. And Manvi, just remember that I'm always going to be by your side when you need me to hit you up with that sauce.
Thinking back to the first time when we met each other in 4th grade, it's amazing how much we've grown, especially you. I remember it was the last week of 4th grade and we all decided to get each other end of the year presents. Now, after everyone had passed out their presents, I remember looking to Viva and Sahi and seeing these beautiful handmade earrings. I was in shock. So naturally, I went to you and I asked, "Manvi, where's my earrings?" And you just looked at me with your low braid and your bright purple glasses and said, "Oh, I forgot yours, but I'll give it to you later." Well, Manvi, it's been 7 years now, and I'd really like those earrings, please. This story doesn't really sound like the beginning of a friendship, but look at where we are now. Just keep going. This doesn't really sound like the beginning of a friendship, but look at where we are now. I literally forgot everything. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. So please, don't stop losing your precious chapstick or losing your phone, or singing the songs we constantly tell you to turn down, or texting me at 2 in the morning and asking me to print something out for you, or constantly spamming my phone with Snapchats and missed FaceTime calls. Don't stop. No, seriously, Manvi, don't stop. Because those are the reasons why I love you. And let's be honest, we alone really haven't changed since 4th grade, but I wouldn't want to have the friendship that we have with anyone else in the world but you. So thank you, Manvi. I love you so much, and thank you for letting me be the rose to your solve. Cheers.
Hi everyone. So to begin, I'm going to take it back to the 5th grade when I was the new girl at Waddles Elementary. You know, life was absolutely phenomenal, and I didn't have a single thing to do or worry about. I had this gymnastics and art reputation going for me, and funny thing is, so did Manvi. And you would think our interest would be the one that brought us together, but remember, we were just fifth graders, and long story short, we actually hated each other. See, the only person in my life who happened to like every single thing I did was my little brother. And let me tell you, one of those is plenty. But then fast forward to 7th grade, where Manvi and I went full circle and practically went inseparable after a year together in Mrs. McKinney's English class. We were so unapologetically ourselves, and every day we would laugh about something new. And it probably wasn't even funny, but we would laugh anyway. But that was the year I had found my best friend. And the coolest part of the story is that I have the privilege to stand here and say that that still rings true today. Manvi, you are such an amazing person and such a light in my life. I respect you like crazy for your hardworking and genuine character, and I absolutely adore you. But let's be real, you probably already knew that. I mean, it's just logic.
Manvi, we love you, and we hope you have the greatest day of your life.
Next speech is going to be by one of Manvita's diaper buddies. Let's welcome Sahita to the stage.
Hi everyone, my name is Saitha. So every time someone asks me about my childhood, most of my memories and adventures include Manvi. Growing up together, we had the weirdest yet most memorable times. Some of the memories we have include making songs in Telugu to tell our parents to bring us up water while we're too lazy playing Just Dance. Or when we rode on the dusty black Chrysler that our van was on sale for $1 million, and who knew where we would be if someone actually paid us that money. Or when we went camping and she wasn't tall or old enough to go on her own go-kart. I finally got to brag how I can drive by myself and Manvi still had to go with her dad. Or when we made our own dish called pink rice by combining butter chicken and plain white rice. We thought we should go on, I think, Maburi Wanta or something, some Telugu cooking channel. We thought we were so good. Another memory is when we would shampoo, condition, and blow dry 6 Barbies. We thought we would have like this own mini Barbie salon. We were crazy. The list goes on, and these memories are only a few in our long journey together. Through these, Manvi has become the younger sister I never had. She's awesome. She's someone that never fails to hype you up, whether it's through her obsession with The Weeknd or it's her savage jokes. She's also so talented. When we were just in middle school, I told Manvi she should open a salon. She's so amazing at nails, can curl your hair with so much patience, and I know that from first-hand experience. And now she can blend eyeshadows like a professional. Also, if you don't think Manvi is the craziest person in your life, you clearly haven't met her. Who else has 8 Build-A-Bears lying in her closet? I don't think anyone else has them except Manvi. Everything aside, Manvi is truly an amazing person. She's kind, smart, funny, crazy, and loving all at the same time. I'm so thankful for all of our laughs, memories, and dumb things we used to do while getting yelled at by your sister. Love you. Even though you're only 6 months younger and we're in different grades and different schools, I know that distance will mean nothing for us. I hope 16 brings you so much happiness and joy because you deserve it. Love you and happy birthday.
Let's give Sahita another round of applause. So our next speech this evening is going to be by 2 of Manvi's friends from IA. Let's have Neha and Ricky up on the stage, please.
Hi, I'd just like to start by saying happy birthday, Manvi. I hope you have a great day. So, Manvi, it's so crazy to think that we became friends only a little over a year ago. We have grown together so much since then, and we have gone through so much as well. The first time I met you, you were completely incapable of making your own bracelet, and you had me make it for you. To be honest, I didn't like you much back then.
And now, I still don't. Just kidding. I love you. But what I meant to say was, I definitely didn't see you becoming one of my best friends. I can't even imagine what my life would be like or how different it would be if I didn't come here and if I didn't meet you. I've never met someone that I've clicked with so fast and so strongly. I still remember the day when I introduced Rose Solve to you and every single trend we've set together since then. I love all of our school night sleepovers because even though we don't get much done, we always have the greatest time. Whether it's our homework stresses at 2 a.m. or singing our favorite songs on your bed, showing up to every event late together, or even singing or waiting for you to finish your hour-long showers, there's never a dull moment around you. So thank you. Thank you for all the endless laughter. Thank you for all the memories. Thank you for your amazing food and always giving me a place to stay. But most of all, thank you for becoming my second family and my best friend.
Hi, Wendy. 1 year, 2 months, and 3 days. It's actually just a random number because I'm too lazy to count actually how long I've known you. Nor am I really that extra. But a little over a year ago, we became friends. And yeah, we're still new friends, but I feel like I've known you forever, so I'm so glad you're a part of my life. And I remember all the times you used to complain to me about the dumbest little things, like how your hair is too long, or how your piano teacher hates you. But that's another thing. Tell me why you're so good at the piano. Like, every note you play is perfectly synchronized with the melody in your mind, and you make me want to listen to you play forever and ever. But I remember when you sent me the recording of you playing this piece, and you're all sad that you didn't get it. But like, I still have like that one recording you sent me. Wait, let me pull it up. No, it's really good. It's really good. I promise. And like I told you that, like, and you didn't believe me, but I think it's really good because you're so talented in so many different ways, and it's unbelievable. So don't ever quit playing because it's one of the million things that makes you unique. And tell me more of your problems, like how your sister took your makeup and she won't give it back. But that's funny because you love your sister more than anyone else, but you have a funny way of showing it, like constantly yelling or crying or making that one face that you make. And I want to hear about your rants about the weekend, or Abel. But I remember the day he released his new line of clothing, and like you really, 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 really wanted this one sweater. So like the next day, I went on my computer and I found this sweater, and like, damn, like that was a cool sweater, so I kind of got one for myself. Like, oops. But thanks for all the little things that you do for me, and sorry for all of like the times that made you feel sad, but you know, it's okay, it's Gucci. But thank you, because you make me complete, so thanks for that, and happy birthday.
We love you.
Another round of applause. That was great, guys. So our next speech is going to be by 3 of Manvi's friends from middle school. Let's welcome Isha, Nitya, and Varina to the stage.
Okay, so since none of us can dance, we decided to write a short speech for Manvita. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Varina.
I'm Nithya. And I'm Risha.
So I met Manvita in elementary school when we were both really weird. I was never that close with her in elementary school, but one thing I remember is always getting jealous of her when she was put in a better math group than me. One of the funniest memories we have was playing basketball together in 7th and 8th grade. We were the girls that would fool around at practice and just laugh on the bench during the games. 8th grade was when we really became best friends. The classes that I had with you were always the best classes and the ones filled with the most chaos. When I look back, I really should have treasured those moments more, because the last day of middle school, when we realized we would never be at the same school together again, was one of the worst days of my life. It still sucks not having you by my side every day to laugh with, but just because I don't get to see you every day anymore doesn't mean anything to how much you mean to me. You have always been there for me through thick and thin, and you know I'll always do the same for you. I love you endlessly, Manvi. Happy 16th birthday.
I honestly don't know where to start because Manvita Barapare, I'm glad to call you my best friend. I remember seeing you for the first time in music class, and being the shy girl I am, I never came up to talk to you. And seeing you again in middle school and thinking I know this girl, but I can't remember from where. Throwback to all our times in middle school, and we'd obsess over Justin Bieber and change our initials to JB. I also remember having you and me tolerate English class 6th hour with Galileo, and all the times we got separated because we talked way too much. Doing Shark Tank with you and going to Detroit presenting our own favorite buzzer bed was one of the best times I know. I know we go to different high schools, but I just wanted you to know, Manvi, I love you with all my heart, and I hope 16 treats you well.
Okay, so I'm not that great with words, so I'll just keep this short and sweet. But Manvi, you're one of the kindest, caring, and most genuine people I know. You have stuck with me for 4 years, and I'm glad you did. The first time I met you was around 4th grade, and your sister had to bring you over to my house while she was hanging out with my sister. Because, what else are little sisters for besides ruining your plans, just a little bit. Anyways, we hung out for probably an awkward 30 minutes before we were okay. The day you walked up to me in 6th grade in social studies, which by the way, I didn't recognize you, I'm so sorry, was the start to our friendship that I'm so grateful to have. You have been my shoulder to lean on and have supported me through everything and have defended me many times. I remember all the fun science projects with you, me, and Verena, where we wouldn't do anything in class and then just watch videos at your house. Whenever I'm going through a tough time, you are always there to make me laugh and feel better in just a matter of minutes. Thanks for being my entertainment weekly and filling me in on all the drama at your school. You are like the twin sister that I've never had, and I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope you have a lot of fun today.
Our second to last speech is going to be by Manvita's, well, the little sister she never had. So let's have Medha, Sindhu, and Yukta up on the stage, please.
Manvi. I met you when I was like a year old, and you were just that chubby girl with the big eyes that never talked to anyone. And as I've gotten to know you, I've learned how amazing you are. The memories we have together are unforgettable, and you've helped me through so much. I love how you always come to our middle school parties just to talk about how sucky high school is. I've never had an older sister, but you're like one to me. You became more of a sister than just a family friend, and I want to thank you for all you've done for me. You've always been up for anything, whether it's singing One Direction at karaoke or Mad City down Heartland. But we both know I'd rather hang out with your mom. Every moment with you is wonderful, and I couldn't forget them. Whether it's the crazy DI instant challenges, or the midnight Just Dance competitions, or insane Mafia theories, I've loved every single one. You have helped me through all my dumb 8th grade problems, which I can't thank you enough for. I can't wait to see what you accomplish, and I love you so much.
Manvi, I've known you my whole life, and you've been the sister I've always wanted. I have learned so much from you and continue to. I remember all the stories you would tell me about New York and how my brother was forced to go to piano class, but it was canceled. And when I got older and moved back, I remember how we would watch Barbie movies in Camp Rock because that was our favorite movie. And how I would get all of your hand-me-downs even though we were the same size. Also, all the camping trips we went on and all of our road trips were the best part of my year. I remember how we went to that water park in Smoky while it was raining and seeing that bear and getting the biggest room in the whole house just for you, me, and Sari. Also, all of our trips up north, like the one where we go go-karting and the one by the lake where you fall in because Sahi pushed you. And also all of our sleepovers where we would watch all those movies all night and he would listen to all my boring stories, and all the parties where we played cards all the time. Shopping with you and Radlanti, Thursday pujas, camping trips, sleepover and parties are all better with you because you're so funny. I love you so much, and I hope you have a great 16th birthday because you deserve it. I'm so excited for all the memories we continue to make and all the things I learned from you.
Manvi, I remember when you were in elementary school and I would refuse to talk to you when I came over because I thought you were mean, but I was totally wrong. You literally are the sweetest and funniest person ever. You say the dumbest things ever and make everything a joke. Just a few years ago, I would spend the night at your house and we would watch High School Musical movies over and over again. We had some interesting times together, like when you tried to do my hair, but I would just yell at you for pulling it all out. Or when we would sit on your trampoline and you would be so excited to show me your cheer routine from school. I can't wait for all the years ahead, like when you get your license, but I am a little hesitant to get in the car with you because we both know you're probably not the best driver. I love how you don't mind
hanging out with a bunch of middle schoolers. Just thinking that you're 3 years older than me is insane. I have always told my parents how I wanted an older sister, but now reading this, I realize how I already have one. I can't wait to see you do great things in the future. Have the best sweet 16th birthday. Love you.
So now that you heard a speech from her little sisters, it's time to hear one from her older sister. I still vividly remember my 5-year-old self praying every night before bed that I wanted a little sister. The day my parents told me that I was going to have a little sister was probably one of the best days of my life. I'm sorry. I would imagine all the things I would do with her, like doing her hair, dressing her up, things like that. Then December 6, 2001 came around, and I was so excited to hold her for the first time. Three weeks later was my 6th birthday, and I asked my parents, well, what am I going to get this year? My parents said, well, your sister's your birthday present this year. Well, you know, sometimes I wish I had a gift receipt, but I'm just kidding. So last year, when I was cleaning out all my stuff from elementary school, I saw all my homework assignments from kindergarten, and right after she was born, on the line where you write your name, I would write her name right after mine. My teacher never questioned me because I would always talk about my little sister. She's like, you know what, I'll just let her have this. I'm glad you turned out to be my polar opposite, or in other words, the better daughter. Thanks for keeping me sane and calm, even though that doesn't stop me from yelling at you more than Mom does. Here's to 16 more years and beyond of never getting sick of the Home Alone movies, stealing and fighting over each other's clothes, and attempting to make the perfect chocolate chip cookies that we will fail at every single time. Thank you for fulfilling all the dreams my 5-year-old self had. So I'm gonna stop before I have to go through a box of Kleenex, but on behalf of Mom, Dad, and Manvi, thank you everyone for coming and making tonight special.